Welcome back. It's you know it's Sunday. It's the day for Jesus Christ. To recognize that we're lucky, we're here, we're alive, and some of you may not be alive that are watching this, y'all. You know, but y'all are lucky to be the sons and daughters of our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. I'm not speaking for everyone. If you haven't accepted Him, that is A-OK. He accepts you. Just remember that. Ah, dude, how much do you love your kids? How much do you love your kids? If you have children, hopefully, let's angle this a little bit better. Oh, we're squared away now. Hopefully, if you have kids, you love them. And how much do you love them? You know, you pay someone to babysit them. How much are your kids worth? How much money is your kid's life worth? To me, 50 cents an hour, I'd say, is a pretty good rate to start at, because when you first have a kid, you're well, actually, no, I think it's reverse. Well, we'll see. Um, when you first have your kid, you'd get everything. Oh, this is the title to my house. Here you go. Here's your payment. Thank you for taking care of them. This is everything I saved up for. This is everything I worked for. Thank you. That's what that's what that child would be worth to me. But as the years go on, you know, kids get difficult. I might say, hey, we're gonna start you off at $1 an hour. Um, if my kid goes missing, let me know 24 hours after, and we'll get on it. That's what yeah, that's how I feel about it, or that's what I predict I would feel. Because I have if you watched the last video, I have a little brother, and man, I love him so much. But if he was my kid, it'd probably be a little different. I'd give him 50% love, and maybe the rest of the time let him wander off in the street alone, see if he finds his way back home, or drop him off at a Dollar General or something, and see if he finds his way back. And if he does, then I'll take care of him. And if he doesn't, then you know, that's his journey. That's his journey, and well, kids. Yeah, no, I don't know, but I do know that our sponsor here, Monster Energy, is more than suffice to say, and I'm using big words that I don't even know what it means. So hopefully, I watched a lot of movies, and my past and stuff, and I feel like I'm using them. So I use words because I'm American and I speak English. So you have to use words to communicate. Dude, are you that person that... Actually, I know one of you is that views this video, but we don't have to point fingers or name names. And first thing you do in the morning is check your phone and check your lungs. I'm talking about that vape, and that's okay for, someone that wants to... What do they have? A colonoscopy, you got to get a colonoscopy if your lungs get too collapsed or whatever they got. I don't remember. Really don't. That was my, this is my first yawn on the, any episode that I've ever done. That was my first yawn. Do y'all think my teeth are straight? Y'all can, see me. I haven't started yet, but, y'all can see me wearing a back brace because my back is probably in the worst condition possible because of an auto accident, not because I'm gay. Anyways, y'all can see me at, let's see what it is called. And I don't mean to be a phone geek right here. All right, I don't like people on their phones either, but I gotta look this up for y'all. Oh, here it is. What is this place called? Oh, Backdoor Comedy Club in Dallas. Wow. Yeah, it's a small venue. It looks pretty cool. I'm super excited to go. So, if you're there, they have open mics every Thursday. So we gotta start somewhere, and eventually there will be more than 3 viewers for these videos, and everyone's gonna figure out how terrible I am. That was a joke. I'm not terrible. I'm a great person. I'm doing this for the people, actually. Just want to help anyone I can. Like I've said, although I won't help, I won't help too many homeless people because, well, they chose what they're doing. Single moms, single dads can probably help themselves. Single moms, orphans or foster kids, whatever they called, anyone who really needs a pep in their step to get motivated not to be homeless later on. Hello. Just keep those motivated that need it, and keep the Lord. Give them a few crosses and a few Benjamins, or a few whoever's on the dollar bill. I think Benjamin Franklin is on the 100. I don't have the funds to do that, so I'm not false advertising. I wasn't aware who was on what U.S. currency, and that is called being uncultured or not listening in school. What do we got? Yeah, we got pain meds that, and that's illegal to sell. So Don't come to me for them. I gotta use them anyways. Gosh damn, is that the third fucking yawn? Alright, I'm sorry to cuss. That was the third yawn. Third yawn. We set the record, we broke the record, and we may not even break this record, honestly, again. Want to talk about a few things. I don't even know what I'm talking about. That's you know. What? Why are you even here? Oh, for those people that are, feel like they're not doing anything. Well, that's because you're probably not. Um, you know, to get up and get off your phone and do whatever it is that you said you were gonna do to all your buddies, your mates. If you're the fourth, all right, dude. I think the fifth one's gonna, probably shoot myself if that happens. Your mates, if you're English or whatever they are, those people that are, I might, What I didn't understand is why Zac Efron would get lip filler. I thought he looked good as he, I thought he looked good as he was, but apparently not. And then he might have reversed it because I saw him at UFC, and I didn't go to UFC. I watched it on TV. I saw him. He was at UFC 314, the last UFC a couple weeks ago, and honestly, let's see, UFC. Oh, IFC. Dude, my dyslexia is so bad I can't even spell 3 fucking letters. Freaking sorry. UFC 315. Yep. So the next one is UFC 315. Jose Aldo's still fighting, which is crazy. I thought he was old. The guy that Dustin Poirier knocked out is fighting. Saint Denis, I guess his name is. Well, that's Saturday, May 10th. Well, that's a shitty card. Man, I would hate to be on a shitty card if I was in the UFC. I want to be with a notorious Conor McGregor. Dude, I would fucking renegotiate my contract if I was. Like, I'd be like, hey, you can still pay me the same as long as I'm on the same card as Conor McGregor. Oh, it's Mr. McGregor. And then I'd freaking, I'd train. Like, for the craziest knockout move that no one's ever done in history. Like a sphincter grab, overhand, spinning back elbow. You know what I mean? And that would be like, whoa, you'd confuse your opponent and you would confuse the people watching it. Both physically and emotionally, they would think that this guy could swing just one way, and that's with dudes. And oh, he did that to make us think, is this guy gay? Oh no, elbow, too late. I'm knocked out. And that gets you huge publicity, and it's like, oh my gosh, the knockout of the year, and you're on repeat until people get bored of you. Because I think everyone else, well, let me say this: I think everyone's having ADHD, being diagnosed with ADHD, with Tourette's and Down syndrome and autism. A lot of people have autism, and that's okay. It is. That's okay. That was the fifth one. This will be my last episode ever. Just remember me and my name. Thank you. No, but tell you what, my back hurts. What's new? Yeah, we're still looking for a spine, so we have to find someone that either is the same height as me, or actually, I put in a recommendation because I'm probably sitting around by 5, maybe 5'2" or 5'10", right in between there, and that's a lot of people are like, well, which one is it? Because that's like a huge difference, 5'2" and 5'10", and it might be, but I'm either one. But we're looking for someone that, I put in a what is it called? I put in a inquiry. That sounds funny. Inquiry. I'm from Texas, so I'm not making fun of queers or anything. I'm just like it's a thing that that inquiry. Let's go ahead and look it up so we don't dig ourselves in a deeper gay hole or whatever they call it. Inquiry. Inquiry. Oh, yep. Here he goes. Dictionary. The act of asking for information. Inquiry. Okay, let's hear this. Inquiry. Oh, okay. Yeah, no, he probably said it a little different. The wrong way. Inquiry. Yeah, the act of asking information. So asking for if we can find a motorcycle accident victim or someone that just had a heart attack but didn't have any didn't fall off a building or anything because their spine wouldn't work. But if we could get like a anywhere from 6 foot to 6'5" spine in my body, then I could be pretty tall, so I could benefit from it. I can get what I need and a little bit of height, so when I go to concerts next, I don't have to buy front row because I could see better, and I'm not dancing to someone's back, and I'll get Velcro on my phone. I'll put a Velcro right here, and I'll put a Velcro on someone's back in my at the concert and stick it on their back, and I'll have the concert playing live, because I can't see over people. I'm close to average, but everyone's the average may have moved up now. The for my generation, I think the average height moved up. So I'm tall for someone in the 1730s, but now I'm something, definitely something. But yeah, dude, you don't want to be at a concert and bumping into someone and then you got to go to the bathroom. So you accidentally, or you thought you took Molly and it was a blue chew, and now you're sitting there trying to, touch your knees because you don't want to touch anyone with your penis or whatever. And it gets weird, dude. It gets weird. And you always got to make sure that you don't, you take the right drug, because that one will just make you super crazy, like you'll get, yeah. I don't know, dude. I've never been to a strip club. I don't think I'll ever go, honestly. It's a little, when I say I wanted to help people, that's not the kind of people I want to help. Although I respect, doing whatever you find fitting for you as a career. Nah. I'll go to a Hooters or Twin Peaks, and that's like it's like a gay strip club, Hooters or Twin Peaks is a gay strip club. That's what it is. Not for gay men. It's just like comparing a man to a gay man. Like a real man likes to go haul lumber. Kiss women that don't change their gender and all that stuff. But gay men will, hang around women, but also kiss men. And that's, if you don't know what a gay man is, then where are you at? Because, Russia. They don't allow gays in Russia, and I respect everyone's decisions, honestly. Everyone, that including gay people, and I have nothing against them. I think they're pretty cool when they're not getting weird with you. Don't make it awkward, be cool. Be a cool gay, don't be a gay. But yeah, dude, in nowadays it's hard, because it's hard to tell everyone's gender and stuff. We're more every day we're getting more like cats and dogs in America, and we don't know the gender, so we have to look at the genitalia to tell. When you pick up a dog or a cat, you have to look at its weenie or its vagina, to see if this is a man or woman. That's what that's what it's come to for humans, and that's, it's animalistic, if that's a word. I still think we should free Kodak, young Snipe. I still think we should free animals from the zoo, because they're trapped and they need to go back home. Who said that we could take them and keep them in a cage where they can't die, where they can't hunt, where they can't do what they're supposed to? What, because we're Americans? Really? Sad. Oh, come over here and see this. It's like the circus. It is like the modern day circus, but circus, I think they shut that down, because it was illegal to harbor human beings for $1 a day or something. Oh, come look at this, bearded pussy. And that's just hair on a vagina, if we're going to be honest. That's not, that's, but back then, I guess that was like whoa, that's scary. I've never seen that or anything. Because they didn't have lights back then, and they usually fucked in the dark and stuff, so they couldn't see anything. And then, you know, oh, look at this thing with 4 legs. That's a fucking dog. And it's but I don't blame them. They didn't have the internet back then, and I wouldn't have known either. I'd have been like, whoa, that thing is pretty ugly. And then, but it seems like 40, but it seems like 100 years down the road, we're gonna call it cute. And I don't know. Honestly, don't. Yeah, but if y'all don't stop y'all's buffoonery, Jesus is gonna flood the earth again, and I'm gonna be on the boat. I can think of a few people that wouldn't. Biden, only because he's not fast enough to, or he probably can't swim because I mean, we've seen him, so you can kind of figure that he can't swim that well. Let's see, Hillary Clinton. Um, she, she's cognitive and she can walk and stuff and run, but you know, water might be an issue for her for some reason. The reason we won't mention. Who else? And that was just a rumor I heard. I don't know if that's true. I've never seen, but we're gonna stop there. Yeah, no, those two people on my list. There's more, but probably not off the top of my head. Like, let's see. Oh, Led Zeppelin may not make it. Sadly, that would be cool if he did, though. Let's see. Can Led Zeppelin swim? Uh, uh, oh, we better hurry before it. Let me see. Oh, so Led Zeppelin is a band. I thought it was a human being. Like that's so stupid. I thought Led was the first name and Zeppelin was. I thought, hey, I'm Led. Damn, who the fuck would name their kid Led? I don't. That was stupid of me. I'm sorry. I like their music, but I didn't know that that was not a that was a band. Like that was a band. That was a cover name. That was a band name. Only yeah. Uncultured again. But that's okay. That's what we're learning together. So now we know. Next person that says, "Hey, is Led Zeppelin still alive?" What the fuck are you talking about? That's a band, not a human being. And now I could teach them. So, boom, boom, rocka, clume. You know what it is. It's big money. Oh, we're about to end. I'm sorry. I was getting distracted, but thanks for watching and slow episode, but next one will be more interesting. We'll make it more interesting each and every time. Thank you.